Yes.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to a Tuesday night live stream. I hope everybody's doing real good on this one Tuesday evening. I'm a little frazzled, so I have some coffee to make my brain go. I've spent the entire afternoon, well, technically it started before noon, arguing with a mod pack for Minecraft, but I think I finally got somewhere. So I'm a little space case. This evening is not going to be scientifically accurate by any stretch of the imagination. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing really, really good. I wanted to remind everybody that I've got a convention coming up this weekend, May 19th and 20th here in Houston. There's going to be Minecraft Houston. If you're a Minecraft player, if you're going to be in or around the Houston area, consider stopping by, saying hi. I'm going to be there with Ackla's hosting. They're going to have a whole bunch of machines set up to play the newest version, or the next, I think, big thing from the All the Mods team, as well as the next big mod pack from me, Coop Life 2. And it will be playable, and we're going to have servers set up in the whole 9 yards, so come say hi. Fuel that three-legged gerbil. What are you talking about, Ferg? Lost. Anyway, I do hope everybody's having a good Tuesday night. I guess I'm just going to cut right to it. I'm going to hit the resumed button. Let's see. Yeah, there's bits where I'm not real sure. Let's swap over to game footage real quick. I don't like the coffee, honey. The coffee? Oh. Yeah, I don't get the three-legged gerbil thing, though. That does not link to coffee for me. Anyway. Okay. So, one problem we have been having, I'm going to dial the music down just a little bit, is contract. If I got a mission control, I have none active because it dropped a couple. It turned out to be aeronautics. Airplanes. Whatever the word is. Anyway. I have not a lot of cash and not a lot to do with it. Focused survey of Kerbal, which is basically, let's see. Yeah, take your crew report in flight, above 18,000 meters near sector, so it's a specific sector on the map. I haven't even messed with planes yet, so that's not a good fit. Even though it says 1 star, I wish I could filter by, what craft I'm taking out to do these objectives, or can. Integrated integrals. Let's see. Measure the temperature in flight below 18,500 meters near Zelly's Shadow, somewhere in Kerbal, I assume. Yeah, it's focus survey of Kerbal. Ferry 2 tourists safely to their destination and back. That is here on Kerbal. That's plain. I daren't think about doing it with rockets successfully. Ferry 2 tourists to their destination and back. Plain. Oh yeah, test the Mark II-R radial mount parachutes. I think I could test this. I think I have tested this before and gotten money for it. But this is going to be little bits of money here and there, little bits of science if I achieve it. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Let's see. R&D. Happy Tree Friends. I have no clue what that is. Well, I mean, I think I vaguely know what that is, but I've never watched an episode of it. So, let's see. Flight control is something... Nope, where was it? General construction. If I did this, there was one contract that I had to drop that was ferry a tourist up into space and back. And I could have done that if I had this crew cabin, but I don't have that. Rocket adapter for adjusting the different size parts. Another decoupler. Strut connectors. Launch stabilizer. Let's see. Better fuel tanks. Small inline reaction wheel. I think this is a better SAS system. I'm not sure about that. If I was going to get any of these, this one requires 45 science. This is 45 science. 45 science. This is only 20, but I've only got 15, so I need to think outside the box here. Launch stabilizers are critical for later rockets. Yeah, but how much later, Trunks? I'm trying to get some initial problems. Like, there's a lot of concepts with getting into orbit and adjusting and having the different stages of stuff that aren't really working for me right now. So I'm trying to be able to consistently get a rocket up into basically up out of the atmosphere and then back down again without everything going completely haywire and exploding, and without losing the jettisoned rockets. So yeah, basically for whenever you want to go beyond orbit. Yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm having a hard time getting contracts that I can actually do with rockets. All of them seem to be aerospace. So that's problem number one. Let's see. I've been messing with, like, I was doing stuff like this. And, I mean, it works. I can get it up out of orbit. Into orbit. Up out of the atmosphere. And then back. I got the stages set up in the whole 9 yards. Somebody said, where is it? Utility. Okay, these. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Parachute. I don't know if I can do that. That seems like a teensy-tiny parachute. I kind of wanted to see if I could get this to work. They said, put parachutes on your... and they automatically go in the right stage, too. The launch pad itself is a different biome, so you can do all of your experiments there for extra science. That is one thing I wanted to do. Okay, I tell you what. I've got... That's what? What? No. What is that? Where's the... Okay, there we go. Right click. Rechargeable battery pack. I tell you what, let's do. Let's start with a new blank slate. Save and continue. Okay. I'm going to start off with... I may or may not have a lot of money for this. We'll see. What is the smallest, cheapest thing? Cancel. Okay. So we're going to do a command. Yeah, okay. Sticky mouse. Okay, I don't actually have to worry about terribly about getting too sophisticated on this one. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do science. Kerbal scientists created the experimental storage unit to keep Kerbonauts, to help Kerbonauts bring their valuable science back to... I think it's just storage. I'm going to make something that will basically just sit on the launch pad and not get used. Hammer, solid fuel rocket booster. With that thing on the end of it. Hey, Dragon Racer, what's going on? Have you done all... Yeah, that's what I was going to do, is stick a scientist in this and do all of the experiments once, and then put a pilot in it and fire it up and do them again up in orbit. Basically. Or as high up as I can get. I think... Actually, you know what? Let's not do... Let's do fuel tanks. I have one kind of fuel tank. Gonna stick some of these on here. How do I elevate this thing? Yeah, here we go. Okay, awesome. Now we go down here. Do this. We're going into aerodynamics. And we put those bad boys on there. I don't need that many. That is nuts. Let's do 4. Bingo. Rushman says, oh dear, KSP, how many have died so far? I actually haven't killed any pilots. I have not had any pilot deaths. I still have all the pilots I have actually started with. Now, that's because when you fail, it rolls you back. So technically, none of that's happened yet. Okay. I'm gonna do, let's see, utility. I'll put that there. Let's see, radial mount Mark II parachutes. These are the ones that had a contract out for them. Flying pencil, Mark 1. I'm going to save this. Leave. Real quick. Want to see if that contract is still up. Okay. Have you? We want you to haul parachute into flight above Kerbal, between 5,000 and 11,000 meters. Actually, I don't think this is going to be a good test for it. I might end up going a wee bit too fast. Okay. Hey, Arseg, what's going on? How are you? Okay, so I have the Science Junior. Oh yeah, what I need to do, crew. I'm going to take him out, put a scientist in, because we're not actually going to launch it yet. Then we're going to go down to science. Let's see. I already have the Science Junior. That's what that thing is. I'm going to do the barometer. Right there. There we go. The thermometer. I have done that one. Rerunnable, no. Rerunnable, yes. Resettable. I think in one biome. You know what? I'm going to grab it just in case. And I can't do anything with that. I'm going to get this and put it right here. And then I'm going to get this. Oh, actually, maybe I don't want to mount this on the side of this thing. Okay. That's a thought. Okay. It's simple. You may want to lower the rocket down too. Why? Because when I take it out to the launch pad, it sits on the ground. It doesn't fall. At least that's been my experience. I can. Whoop. I messed that all up. Okay, let's get the whole rocket. You see, you can't lower it down to the ground. It has to stay off the ground. So yeah, okay. It used to retain the height from the construction yard and fall out of the sky. That must have been a long time ago. Most of the videos I'm seeing that are like 6 months to a year old, that's not a problem. So, okay, I've got this. I've got a scientist in it. Bob Kerman, right? See, I still have Jebediah Kerman. That's the one you start with. I haven't actually killed anybody yet because nothing is stuck yet. At least not in terms of failures. So what we do is we go out to the launch pad. And I'll show you, Trunks. You can see it in action. See, it's just kind of automatic. So what we're going to do, first of all, is I'm going to right-click this and pin it here. And I'm going to right-click the mysterious goo container. I'm going to right-click. I actually don't need to pin these, but I'm doing it just for the sake of... Where's the other one? There it is. So I'm not going to launch this thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a crew report. Keep experiment. I'm going to do observe goo container. Keep experiment. I'm going to do log pressure data. And then log temperature. Keep. Now, I don't even launch it. I go up here and we do recover vessel. Everything's intact. We get, I think, all of our money back. And I got wee bits of science for everything, but 20 science, 5 science earned in total. And let's see, next. Yeah, see, part value, 588. I got that back. 1800, got that back. Wait a minute. Fuel tank. It's weird. Radio mounted parachute. Part value 400. Oh, this is the plus. I don't know. Some of this is really weird. And there we go. There's crew. He did not gain any experience because we didn't do anything. Done. There we go. So now if I go down to research and development, general rocketry, I get a better liquid fuel rocket booster, a better solid fuel booster tank, or just solid fuel booster, the thumper, and then a better liquid fuel tank. Yeah. So research that. We can go back. We can go over here. Do an EVA. Oh, get an EVA report too? Oh, I can do that? Hang on a second. Let's go back to the launch pad. Well, wait a minute. If I do EVA, isn't he just fall out of the pod?
Nope, there's a little ladder on the pod.
Oh, okay. Let's see if we can... I'm not sure where the door opens. I've got so many flipping parachutes around it. He holds the ladder. Okay, cool. So we can do this. We can do... Wait a minute. How do we do an EVA? Is there...
Click down. Scroll over the character icon down on the bottom right. Should say EVA on the...
Oh, so I do EVA. All hatches are obstructed. Can't exit. Okay. Well, that was easy. Let's recover the vessel real quick. I can take the parachutes off since I don't have to worry about it. Next. Okay. Let me take the parachutes off and go out and do it. I'm going to take all these things off. We can save. Go back out. Oh yeah, the voice in on Discord with me is Mr. Foxbot Gaming, and yeah, he is in actual live stream chat as well. Okay, so now what I do is we go down here. Oh, wait a minute. First, I'm going to grab this, hand this so it's easily accessible. I guess I do EVA and then just get another report, or does the EVA thing? Okay, he's hanging on the ladder. Climb out board, or space. Let's go. What does that even mean? Oh, here we go.
I think.
Crew report.
Yep, that. Crew report? No, you want EVA report.
I guess
I think it's
do this.
on.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, him. So we
Yep.
do that. EVA report is done, which means now I can tell him to board back in. Here we go. The camera comes back. We recover the vessel. Yeah, right-click the dude. That was the good call. 2.4 science. Woo. Okay. Next, we got all the parts back. We are slowly gaining money through some loophole. I'll have a part that's valued at 400 and they'll reimburse me 1600. Usually it's a fuel tank.
It's because you returned with fuel.
Right, but it would have cost me to buy the fuel initially, right? Like, if the $400 is for an empty tank and then I fill it up, where's that fuel coming from?
I don't know.
See, that's the problem. So if it's 400 for an empty tank and then 400 plus another 1200 for a full one, that means I'm not paying for the gas I get. So I could keep going out onto the pad. I could build a really honking huge rocket with lots of full fuel tanks. Go out on the pad, recover it. Go out on the pad, recover it. Go out. I could just keep whittling the funds up that way. It's cheeseball, but it's a loophole. Fuel is included in the initial price, but refunded separately. That doesn't make sense. When I started all this, I had 44,411 or 44,111. One of those two. I've now got $3,200 more than I started off with, and I'm fully refunding everything. Where is the money coming from? Lots and lots of cheese with fuel included. Yeah, there's some part of that equation that does not quite stack up in my brain. Okay. Now I could. There's a money tree in the launch pad's backyard. There you go, Trunks. That is probably closer to being true than we realize. Okay. I have all these experimentally things on here. Can we attach the parachutes, the descent chutes, or what are the drogue chutes, to the sides of the rocket, or does it have to be as close to the top as possible?
It doesn't matter where they are as long as whatever is surviving, has to survive, is attached to a parachute.
Well, yeah, this rocket right here has no, what's it called? Deployable, not deployable. No coupling systems. It's just one big piece. So there's no decoupling. So, in theory, if I put it on the middle of the rocket on the fuel tanks, like, let's get a utility. Let's see, radial mounted, 12R and then 2R.
If you put the parachutes down one specific side instead of on all sides, it'll flip it sideways. So then it lands sideways.
That's a thought. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. Maybe. Are these the big ones or the... No, those are the small ones. Okay. Oh, actually, no. I want to move you down. I hope this doesn't...
I can't remember what strength the fuel tanks are and the engine is. So depending on your speed, you have to be even less than like 2 for some of them in order to land without getting destroyed.
You have to be... Wait a minute, what? Say that again? Oh.
You have to land at like less than 2 meters a second.
So far, if I land at less than 3, nothing explodes. The big problem is if it falls over. So if you land it upright and it lands engine first, and then it tips over and the command pod strikes the ground, that can actually cause it to detonate. That's what I've seen so far. But if I land it upright and it stays standing, then this is all one piece. If I wanted to, I could put a decoupler right here in between, a decoupling ring. But Because then these parachutes would deploy, and this thing would come down in one piece sideways, and then the pod would come down also. Or something. I'm totally guessing here, however. Nope. Let's put that there. I'm gonna get... I think it's goopy that you have to attach the batteries to the pod, but whatever. Okay. It's tiny, but it should, like, work, I think. I wonder if I need more. Nope, wrong one. Let's take this off. I stacked two on top of each other. That's not good. Okay. We're going to do... a couple of those bad boys. I don't know what that's going to do. I'm just messing with things right now. I have no idea. No, don't do that. Then the fuel tank will hit the ground first and explode. What? If you land slow enough, switch to a pilot Kerbal. Yes, I'm going to switch to a pilot Kerbal. I get that. I'll do it now so people don't yell at me. Actually, I'm going to take Valentina. But, like, okay. As long as my thing is, we were having some landings when I was just using this big parachute where it was like 3.8 to 4.2 meters per second, and that was too fast. But if I use the drogue chutes, the small and the big ones, it'll land at like somewhere in the neighborhood of 2.6 to 2.8 meters per second. And I haven't had anything detonate on landing when landing that softly so far. It seems like it's been okay. So, I mean, I could do everything symmetrically. If you think I should. But I have nothing else to land on down here. Like, it's just that engine.
You have, very basic landing struts by now.
Ground.
They should be under structure.
Nope.
Oh, the micro landing strut on ground, yeah.
Yeah, and this thing... So if we put that there, what do you see wrong with this equation?
It's too short.
Yes, exactly. These are supposed to go, like, on this thing.
On the pod.
Yeah, these are supposed to go on the command pod. And I could maybe do that. And now that I've discovered this big hatch on one side is the EVA hatch, I've just realized I can't attach anything to the command module without obstructing the EVA chances. So I have to think about that. Down one side is good. It's the symmetrical ones I was objecting to. I've landed on the bottom, this rocket booster, several times. It's okay, I think. Okay, tell you what I'm going to do. Take all the fins off. And then I'm going to get them. Oh. No. Let's get rid of the stupid strut thing first. Okay, everybody keeps telling me to put them towards the bottom of the rocket. The fins, that is. So the fins are towards the bottom of the rocket. I can get... Nope. I can get all of this stuff. Move it here. And then on this side, I'm going to do on top, one at the bottom, and then I'll put one in the middle, and then I've got these right here. So all the parachutes are down one side. Thank you, Pritchard. Hello, Lily. What's going on? I just stared at your name for a second. I'm going to go with Lily. Get out a booster under the nose. No, I can't. Under the nose? What do you mean under the nose? Oh, for more altitude with more fins. Oh, you mean like here? I don't have anything that would let me decouple and reveal another engine underneath it yet. I don't even know if that's a thing in Kerbal. So, was lurking while filling out disability paperwork. Kept hoping for a troll to show up. Yeah, I hate paperwork. Okay. I'm going to... Actually... well, I already saved it. Whatever. We'll save this. I don't know what this is gonna do. Basically, what I figured out was you want to land as horizontally as possible at the lowest speed possible to remove all risk of tippage and accidental exploding. Yeah. Yes. Basically, well, tippage is the annoying part. Yes, and I figured these fins are big enough. Maybe I could lower them down a little bit, and they would act kind of like it's a balancing mechanism. But I don't think that you can link them. I think they have to be, the majority of the fin has to attach to the rocket body, otherwise it's not structurally copacetic or whatever. Lots of parachutes. That's what we're getting at. So this should make it to where these will slow down the most. Let's see, I need... Yeah, one stage for rocket, another stage for a crap ton of parachutes. This should slow it down a little bit until this triggers, which means basically it is going to be fins. We're going to be lower down. It should be something like this, almost like the space shuttle landing at a slight angle, and it'll come down. The fins will hit first, and then it should slowly come down with the nose first. There are so many parachutes on this, I would be shocked if it goes over, I'm going to say 3.4 meters per second at drop rate, on a guess. So, yeah. Just got back from a long-awaited haircut. Now I get to enjoy high-spin explosions with scratching, while scratching incessantly. Yes, the scratching part of haircuts, always the fun part. Okay, I'm done staring at it. I think I'm just going to put it in orbit. What do we think? Yeah, Preacher says less than 3 per second. Yeah. Kilometers per second is really fast. That's really fast, Preacher. You mean meters per second. Yes, thank you. Your faith in me was waning there for a moment. I say it's going to hit the ground no more than 120 miles an hour. What? So, Fox, how's Destiny going?
Fun. I'm playing inventory management system.
Woohoo! Oh, hey, I got my companion app paired up. They fixed that, by the way, in the patch.
I'm gonna have to probably uninstall and reinstall it, maybe.
Yeah. Have I achieved a stable orbit yet? I have not actually done orbit. No. I have. I'm still figuring out how to properly tip in, or once you get out of the atmosphere, how to aim it properly, because there's a lot of stuff that is missing that is much needed feedback. Everything that they're trying to get you to work with is this weird little nav ball at the bottom center. This thing right here where it says surface 0.0 meters per second, whatever. You're supposed to work entirely with this on how to position yourself. My brain doesn't think that way. And it's also done in, well, here's a perfect time. This is what I see it as. And there's apparently 2 color zones and a whole bunch of really light colored marks on it and some circles. I can't tell what circles are what color. So there's only going to be so good that I'm going to be able to get with this game because I'm inherently limited by color. Chicken colored. But I haven't really tried stable orbit yet. I've been trying to get up and then back down without things going kablam. So yeah, I can't fly 55. No, you can't. This thing goes way faster than that. Duh. Anyway. Okay, before I launch this, I would like to say wait a minute, I'm gonna quick save. Say real quick that just keep in mind it is fun to tease and whatnot, but don't ridicule streamers when they play games like this or when they play any game and you think they're doing it wrong. Backseat gaming to too much of an excess can be really, really annoying for a lot of people. I can chill about it, but with this game, people can get very, very nasty. In the last 2 live streams we've done on this, well, the first 2 live streams we've done on this, the only 2, other than this one, there's been a couple of times where people have gotten very, very assertive and very aggressive about their opinions on things. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Can we get Vaygrim vision? You're looking at it right now, Arseg. Yeah. Let us say a brief prayer for RN Jesus before launch for a successful flight and landing. Thank you, preacher. Yeah, Ferg has got the right idea. I have no idea. I just enjoy the explosions. Great way to look at it. Okay, I'm actually going to go back to standard color cam because I think the flames are probably prettier that way, especially at night. Anyway, who knows? Let's get this thing. I wish you could kind of sticky some of these so they'd always come up, but I'm not going to get terribly nitpicky about it. I kind of think they should have a dashboard going down the right side or the left side or something, that if you have any components, they should just kind of auto dock there and auto show up. Like, you know, I'm not going to put a thermometer on a ship if I'm not going to use it, you know? I don't think I can use a lot of these, but whatever. Do I need? Yep. 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 Okay. SAS. I'm still figuring out SAS. I'm just going to turn it on, I guess. I don't know. I have a battery, so I have a whole bunch of... I have deep pockets. As FlameGoat calls it, backseat gaming, and he will ban you for it if you ignore the warning about it. Yeah, Kuga's FlameGoat and Morbilira and T-Love Tech. A lot of the other old-school live streamers that have been doing it longer than me, they have some pretty hard and fast rules. I'm not ban-worthy about it unless you get belligerent just yet. Maybe in 6 months I'll change my mind. I don't know. Watching video YouTube, is that a custom emote? No, that's just a mixer emote. They don't transfer across. Yeah, and Preacher got it right, Rushman. It is a tub of popcorn. So, yeah. Oh, okay. I guess it is time to... Nope. I think it's what, spacebar? It's been a week since I've done this. More banhammer targets, says Preacher. Okay. I'm going to back up just a little bit. This is going to be straight up, a little bit of adjustment, so I'm not coming straight back down. I'm going to try and get an arc. Just tapping. And I'm watching my jumbo fuel tank. I think... Nope. See, SAS is taking over now. And I think it is... Okay, we are slowing down. We're at 11,000. See, I already overshot that parachute thing. I would have to trigger it on the way back. I'm going to have to trigger it on the way back down, but still. Okay, I have cut my engine. If I wanted to, I could tilt a little bit more, but I'm just going to do this. I was going slow enough for those to trigger. And I think I am dropping. No, I'm still going up. That is hilarious. Yeah, but my speed's dropping. There we go. Come on, SAS. Cooperate. It is so dark. Good grief. There we go. Now we're going back down. We will get to a certain altitude, and the parachute should stabilize things. Nope, 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 nope. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to turn off SAS and let the parachutes do all the work. Yeah, Dark Preacher says I do not suffer fools lightly. Grumpy backseat gamers shall get the hammer. Rushman says nice launch so far. Okay, we are going down, but my actual drop rate is evening out. It slows down a little bit. I have no maneuverability unless I actually kick in the rocket motor. I've got some left, but Black Knight to you says, Vaygrim, are you enjoying the game? Yes and no. I like big aspects of it, but I think honestly, after a couple of weeks of this, I could see doing career mode some next week and the week after. But there's a lot of hurdles and game design flaws in career mode that you hit very, very regularly. I could see turning this into a kind of a goof off and just make really crazy rockets night. I could get behind that real easy. But the contract system is very convoluted and very hard to understand. We are coming down. We've got the drag chutes helping us out. A lot of drag chutes. I want to see what shape this thing, what position this takes once the drag chutes actually deploy. And I mean, our drop speed's already slow. It's still slowing us down. Okay, that's a bit more vertical than I thought I was going to get, but whatever. I'll take it. I think it's going to land kind of on the engine and the fins. We are still coming down extremely fast. And I don't know why. Some of the smaller drag chutes haven't actually deployed yet. They're still... Ah, there we go. There's the big ones. That's the angle I'm looking for, kinda. Sorta. He's bobbling around a whole lot. 6.2. You need to slow down more. Are we going to be over water? Okay, we're going to be over water. That's not too bad. That's what I was trying to angle up and away, so if you just come straight back up, you're going to come straight back down on the launch pad. Check your map and see if you're over water or land. Yeah. This is another thing I have a problem with. I hit M, and it's looking at the opposite side of the planet. I always have to go over and around like this. And then I have to zoom in a whole bunch like this. It seems like map function would be a lot better if it was a lot more contextual. It realizes that if you're opening up the map, you probably want to look at where your rocket is that's currently going up or coming down. It seems weird the way that they always place it on the opposite side of the planet. Like they want you to look through the planet at it. Okay. This is still coming down a lot harder than I would like. It is over water, but with this many drag chutes... See, I get it slower if I put them all up near the cone. This is the thing that confuses me. I think the symmetrical design is better, Trunks, unfortunately. There's a phrase we need to actually get on a shirt somewhere. Artisanal fool. Yeah. We need to stamp that one and put it on a t-shirt, Preach. I went there a paper plane binge once. They were all over the living room because I always missed where a few ended up. Yeah. What art would go with that, though? What, artisanal fool? I mean, honestly, you could just do it in a really nice font, and people would probably buy it. I mean, if you want to, you find some old Jester artwork. Fixing to hit water. I don't think anything exploded. Recover? Yeah, whoosh indeed. Let's see. Recover a vessel that survived a flight. You get nothing. You get 1 data gathered. This is another problem I have, is that it seems that some of the rewards you get for science or for whatever are a bit arbitrary or a little random at times. Intact. Okay, here we go. Fuel tank. Part value, 101. They gave me back 507. Winglet. Part value, 487. They gave me back 1948. I'm assuming that's times 4. But, I mean, this fuel tank is 1. No, where is it? Fuel tank. Okay, these are 5. That's 507. Okay, no, that doesn't make sense. Because if it's 5 times 101... No, I'm good. I have a giant bottle of water. Thank you. The refreshments cart came by. Yeah, see, that's 505. There's 507. Why am I getting 507? I don't know. There's just discrepancies in the math in this somewhere. That makes sense. Da-da-da-da. Okay, so next. No experience gained. Ready for next assignment. I don't think that design worked very well. I think a fin went. Okay. You think so? You think we lost a fin when it hit the water? Okay. Well, first thing, if I'm just testing aerodynamics this evening, let's take this off. I'm going to take... I don't need the antenna. I'm going to leave the battery on. As a matter of fact, let's take this off. Oh, this is another thing I have issue with. How do I pick one specific part? And so you get parts stuck, like right here. I don't know how to... You can sometimes pick them up and hit the delete key. Other times that doesn't work. But how do I get just this unit right here, not the entire bottom section? Reroute? No. Place. Okay, so basically I just need to... Don't save. I need a new rocket. It randomly puts a B in your type. What? Could do our Minecraft skins for a group thing. Oh, artisanal fools? Yeah, we could do that easily. This song is called Blanket Fort, and I think that's hilarious. Okay. This is concept testing night, since I'm gaining money by doing it. Let's mess with things. Okay, well, for one thing, I have a big engine that I can actually... Whoa, jeez. Oh, jeez, eh? That's pretty big. Nope. I don't need 2 of those. Oh, I put it way up here. Okay. I'm gonna do... Okay. The Probodobodine Stay Putnik offers the ultimate solution in crew safety, a lightweight sphere equipped with remote receivers and relay controls, input from the ground to the craft, carries no crew at all, thus keeping them perfectly safe from harm. This device does require electricity to operate, however, and will cease to function if power runs out. The built-in batteries should keep it going for about 10 minutes. Nope, that looks goofy. Hang on a sec. Where is, I think we have, not payload. Structural? Fuel tanks. Ooh, big old fuel tank now. Pods. I thought I had an adapter, but I don't think I bought that one. Heat shields. I still am not 100% sure on those. I think I know how those work, but okay. Super fast nose diver. What? Okay. Ferg says, laughs and says, I remember that rocket. Okay. Apparently, he's experimented with this. Okay. Ground. Let's look at, I'm curious. Let's look at. Okay, that one actually works. That's interesting. Hang on a second. I bet they get sheared off. Let's do... retracted, deployed. Deploy shielded. I don't know what that means. Oh, you can mess with spring strength? Oh, God. Dampener strength? I think we would probably want, like, a lot of dampener. Okay. Yeah, see, that actually sticks out underneath that. That's cool. Anyway. So now what we'd want to do... Nope. Wrong one. Perfect. And then if we wanted to get really cautious, we put some of these a little ways up. Now here's where I'm going to experiment even more. Coupling. There's a coupler. Right. Which means we are going to want to have... actually, no, I won't do a coupler on this. I'm just going to see if I can land it. Let's see if we can land it. Let's put a capsule on there. We're going to put... I guess I won't do an EVA. There we go. I blame Dragon Racer. He wanted me to stream Kerbal Death Simulator. Yeah, let's see if we can land it. Famous last words, says Arseg. Pretty much. Okay, I'm actually going to get these and move them down. I don't know if that's going to help or make it worse, but... actually, no, I'll leave them up here. Landing gears, that's what I kept forgetting. Okay. Let's get right in between these. I think that's as low as I can get those. And still have them reasonably be attached to the rocket in a visual way. Gonna try something different here. Let's see, those are the big ones. Yeah, if Trunks is still watching, he's probably screaming, but whatever. Okay, I'm gonna get electrical. I do not need 4 of those. The needle. Mark 1. Let's see if we can thread the needle. Okay. That is as rocket-like as I can make this. This is a solid fuel rocket booster, so there's no on-off. Once it starts going, it goes. So I'm going to try and angle it up. A little bit. Let's see. For a crew. Give Valentina some more time. Puns everywhere by Mr. Beck. Hey, does this guy know how to do his job? No. Perfect. Hire him. That's kind of what it seems like. Arseg asks, I wonder if NASA actually gets ideas from games like this. My theory, I actually know some aeronautical engineers. I live in Houston, Texas, so the Johnson Space Center is down the road. It's down the road ways, but it's down the road. I have known several NASA scientists, several rocket scientists, or aeronautical engineers or whatever. I think that they play this kind of game, and this is what they play to get a laugh because of how other people, how normal people perceive space and science. That's my theory. This is funny to them, basically. Okay. Save. Launchpad. I have no idea what this is going to do. Why is it always night? I want day. I want sunlight. Did the sun burn out? This is another problem I have with this game. It seems like if you're at the base on Earth, you should be able to set what time you want to go out to the launch pad, and it'll just be that time. It seems like silly that I have to basically do this. No nighttime. No nighttime. Oh, suddenly, there we go. Daytime. I don't know, it's goofy. I think it's silly. Here we go. Fell over on the launch pad. The legs are just not meant for. Those things are... If you put them up, they will deploy when you send it out to the launch pad. So yeah. Let's recover.
I thought there was a setting that would set them so they aren't deployed on start.
I don't know. There might be, but I don't know where that is.
Should be right on them.
Well,
the right click.
If I right click, okay, I have spring strength and I'm going to set this back down to 1. Let's see what the starting thing is. There's deploy shielded. What does that mean? It was disabled initially. I'll leave it disabled. Start retracted, start extended.
Start retracted is what you want.
Right, but this is one of those buttons where it says start extended, but they're up. So it's like, to me, I'm like, does that mean that it is going to start extended? Or if I hit the button, it will make them start extended? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know. That was confusing to me, too.
Yeah, so, okay. Do this. Do this. Let's try this one more time. It is going to start off sitting on the pad, and you cannot launch a rocket like this. How do I guess I can't. Anyway. I'm going to do these. Yeah, and see there's deploy shielded. I don't know what that means. And let's get this up here.
I haven't figured out what the shielded one means either.
Yeah, it is perplexing to me. I could hit the extend button right now, but I'm not gonna. Okay. I guess. Launch away. I think I have too much aerodynamics on this. I don't think I can tilt it. It won't let me. Okay. Too many fins, apparently.
That's a thing you don't normally hear. Too many fins.
Yeah. It is. Ooh. Structural. It was going so fast because I went straight up. Yeah. Something almost detonated from the heat. See, structural
Which
integrity
means it's
meter.
going to detonate on the way back in.
Okay. We are now 43,000. 46, 47. We have broke atmosphere. We're in space. And we're still going 900 meters per second. If we bring up the map, thankfully it's a big arc and it looks like it's still over the water. Apoapsis is basically 112,000 meters. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, let that go. Let's see. Lights on for the crew. What? Lights on. Oh yeah, the wee little light turned on in the cabin. Okay. More fins, says Dragons. I tell you what, we are an hour into things. Before the stream ends, we can do some more spin to win and see how dumb we can make it. Sneezes. Woohoo. Hooray for mute button. If it worked. Okay. We're about to hit apoapsis. I'm going to wait on the parachutes until we get in atmosphere. What altitude is orbit? 47,000. That's where orbit starts. 47,000 meters. Berg says I have 3 hours of what not to do. I'm at 107K, 108K, 109K. It should hit just over 112 and change and then start coming back down. And we have quite a ways to go. 111. Still climbing. Oh, that's inconvenient. My mute key toggles the nav ball. Whoops. Oh, well.
Whoopsie.
At least I know that I can turn it back on. And we are now dropping. I've never gone back to the Space Center with a rocket in orbit, in transit. I don't know what that does.
I've never done it either, so I wouldn't know.
You know what Edison said, Berg? I just need one success, but let's keep trying. What? We're falling and picking up speed. I'm nowhere near where I need to be to actually consider deploying my parachutes. And we're going to be going in engine first, dropping backwards straight down into the planet, apparently. Can I move it a little bit? It just kind of auto corrects. You see, there's these other balls that have different circles. I mean, other circles on the nav ball that have different symbols and different little slash marks on them, and I have no clue. Let's see if we can lock on that one. We have no rocket to actually do anything with, but something about we know 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb. The trick is to find 1,001. Now, what Edison supposedly said was that it's not that he discovered how to make the light bulb. He found 1,000 ways how not to make it. Something like that. And I think that's actually not anything he ever said. I think it's kind of a myth. Oh, we're over land again. Crap. Oh, well. Let's see. We are going at speeds of 1,000 meters per second. We're now going to turn into a ballistic object. I can try to level things out. The heat is going to start peeling crap off of the ship very, very quickly. This is where I have the problem. Because I didn't maneuver right because I put too many fins on it. This is going to detonate. And it looks like these stabilizer fins are taking heat damage. I'm just going to trigger. We're getting closer to the surface. Still going too fast. And giant missile. Incoming. Exactly. So, here we go. So this is what career mode does. I could go tracking station or space center, but the first two buttons are revert to. So usually what I end up doing is revert to vehicle assembly. You don't actually ever spend the money or lose anything. I assume that's how they want you to do it. They put those buttons at the top. I don't know. I have no clue. Okay. So, too many fins. Yeah, Heart of Dragon says, I wish the rockets left craters. I wish they left craters when he smashed into the surface. Good grief. Okay. So I'm a little baffled. I think this thing is a little too powerful. This rocket is a wee bit too big for my purposes right now, as I'm not sure exactly how to land it. Thank you. Oh. Okay. I think what I would do with this is I would put a decoupler between it and the pod. Put some heat shields in the bottom of the pod, I think. And then hope that a plethora of parachutes on the rocket is enough to slow it down and recover it. These little things, these little bug legs, are completely useless. Spencer Oster, corkscrew rocket. Yeah, we did that. Actually, I intentionally did a corkscrew. I tell you what. Let's get silly for a second. I'm going to see if I can find... Yeah, save and continue. Nope. I have here somewhere. I can't remember which one it was. Was it the Space Spud? I think it was this one. I don't know. We're going to do new. No. I'm going to do pod. Let's do a hammer. And I'm actually going to see Vaygrim, it's not the quantity of fins. The problem is those fins don't have a control surface, and the solid fuel engines don't gimbal. Most liquid engines do gimbal. What do you mean by gimbal, Black Knight? Are you talking about...
Like, rotational.
They can gimbal. I have gimbaled with solid fuel rockets. I was actually...
No, that's from your pod. Your pod has a control module in it that lets the SAS work.
Yeah, right. So what does he mean by gimbal?
The rockets have what's called gimbal on some of the liquid fuel thrusters.
Okay.
They basically help with that movement as long as they are running.
Okay.
They're a lot more helpful when you're getting out of when you're trying to get orbits and stuff like that.
See, I'm a Reliant liquid fuel engine. I don't even see the word gimbal mentioned in the description, much less
that one doesn't have gimbal on it.
One of the stats. That's what I'm trying to... Okay, gimbal, vectoring range 3 degrees. So what you're saying is... Okay, let's experiment. So... No, it's not going to work. It looks funny. Isn't that adorable looking? It's the tiniest rocket, ladies and gentlemen. Completely useless. It'll sit on the pod, but whatever. It's actually not a rocket. It's a modern art sculpture. Okay. Fuel tank. I'm going to get one of these bad boys. Actually, let's experiment more. Decoupling. There it is, decoupler. Huh? Ag. Pick. There we go. That's not going to work, apparently. Okay, so what happens if I do... Nope, where's it? Heat. Oh, that's not big enough. Yeah, we put that on the bottom. We put that there. Okay. Then we get a liquid fuel rocket booster. Let's not go hog wild just yet. Let's get the doodad with gimbal. Fins or no fins?
Fins. It keeps you stable. So you don't flip out.
Hang on a sec. Cuts actually woke up and said something. It means they can point the nozzles around rather than being pointed one direction. Gimbal. See, I understood that right off the bat. Vectored thrust. Yeah, I've been there the entire time. Sure, buddy. It's okay. If you nap during the stream, we don't mind. Okay.
We won't judge.
We won't judge. Relative wing area. Oh, that's too big. Okay. Let's do basic fins. Isn't that adorable? Now I think what I need to do is get... These are tiny ones? These are the tiny ones. Those... I wonder if those are going to be enough to stop that thing. I'll tell you what, let's get these and put them on the pod. Let's get the big ones and put it on the rocket. Yeah, okay. So now we need to sort out... Right. Okay, I'm going to go to electrical. SAS and all that stuff needs battery power to run. I like having the extra battery pack. So sue me. I'm just playing Stellaris at the same time, so I've not been chatty. Making a two-stage rocket or a drill rocket. This is going to be... I'm going to try a two-stage with heat shields on the bottom of the pod. That's where I've screwed up last time. When I decoupled and I had just the pod coming back in, I didn't have any heat shields on the bottom, so it comes in butt first and it just burns up. So, space camception. That's double the space, exactly. Okay. Please don't explode. Mark 1. Let's just name it what we want it to do. Okay. This is going to be an attempt to get up, maneuver a little bit, and then come back down safely in a couple of parts. The body and the pod. We'll see if it works. It's super tiny and super cheap at only $5,577. It doesn't have a lot of fuel. Let's make sure. Yeah, we'll leave Jebediah Kerman in there. Actions. What? Gear, lights, art. Okay. I don't understand that. Let's see. Okay. Save. Launchpad. I'm actually gonna do. So there we go. Quick saving. We're gonna get the pod and put it right there. I want to be able to measure, or I mean, see the battery temperatures. Throttle out. SG2, what game is that? Yeah, now everybody's... Starpoint Gemini. I don't think I've ever even heard of that. Weird. Anyway, okay. Bets? Lay odds? What do you think? Die horribly? It's kind of my estimation. I think this looks wrong, by the way. No gantry here or anything. It's kind of weird. It's just standing here in this one nozzle. Okay. So. I hit the space bar. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. I realized I messed something up. Hold on. I missed a stage. Ah, no. Go back. Actually, no. Maybe that'll be okay. Arm the parachutes on the body when I decouple it. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be okay. We'll see.
I'd say if the parachutes are on the same stage as the decoupling, it shouldn't cause any problems.
Fingers crossed. Okay. Throttle up. And here we go. A little bit of wiggling. Little bits tapping. This is what somebody said I should do. I'm just cruising up. We're going to drop that. And we're basically losing speed. I did not really get high enough to get out of atmosphere and back in. I'd have to use a bigger rocket, or more fuel. But this is an experiment. There we go. We're going back down now. Chutes are deployed safely, I think. Yeah, we didn't really get high enough. That's okay. I can make it longer and stick more things on it. More fuel cells. I play Warframe Ninjas in Space. Does playing Sins of a Solar Empire count? I seem to remember that game. Okay, we are getting drag. We are slowing down. Slowly. Did I get over the water? Nope. Got over the beach. Well, water, kind of. I'm on the beach. Beach? Oh, I think that's the other part coming down. That is the body of the Please Don't Explode Mark 1. It says debris. That can't be good.
No, it's just labeled that.
Oh. we go. There are the drag chutes. We start slowing down a whole bunch. We're now going 15.1 meters per second. Vaguely. As we get a little bit lower in altitude, the parachute will slow us down even more. I think we have to be under 2,000 or under 1,500 for it to deploy. I'm not sure. I'm a little buzzy on when the actual parachute deploys. The main thing at the top, this thing right here. 14.7. 14.6. 5. Come on, big shoot. Big shoot 1. It's a good space, real-time strategy space game. I'm a long-time player of Sins of Solar Empire myself. You can set it by clicking. It defaults to 1,000. Oh, God. I didn't realize I could actually set that manually. See, there's a lot of details on this I need to look at. Okay, I could have adjusted that a long time ago, apparently, and probably saved myself a whole bunch of trouble. I wonder how high is too high, though. Like, is it pointless to do it over, like, 7,000 or 6,000 or whatever meters? Or does it have to be under 4,000 or too much stress? Or there we go, under 1,000, you're right. Yeah, see, there's a lot of little nuances about this game I still don't know about. What is this thing over here? Abort action group. Okay, whatever. Oh. Black Knight says, I got myself a DX Racer today. Not sure if I like it yet. Berg says, I like mine. He's had it for 3 years. Berg has. I'd love to get a DX Racer, but they don't make cheap ones, the economically priced ones for bigger people, like myself. So I would have to get, I think it's either their Emperor or King series or something. It sounds expensive. It is expensive. So, oh well. I make do with the POS I have. Cough, cough, cough. We are dropping slowly, 5.7. Dark Preacher says, I have a Serta big and tall chair. Is that an office chair or a recliner? Because if that is an office chair, I might look into getting one of those, because I would get a Serta chair. Okay, we're coming down.
Sounds like a recliner.
Office chair, he says. I might need to see if you can dig up like a web link for me to look at that. Did you get it off Amazon or what? Yeah, see, Kuga's the same thing. What would fit my height and weight would be costly. Got my Wally World. What? Yeah, I have a wooden chair with a very thin cushion, says Arseg. My big problem is that the cushions on the seats of most office chairs are made with really low-grade memory foam, or just foam, actually, not memory foam, just low-grade foam. And after about 6 months of sitting on it, because I'm heavier, the foam goes flat, and I can feel the bolts sticking up to the bottom of the chair. I have that problem with this chair. We are slowly drifting down. I must have gotten those lower drop speeds of 2.7 or 2.6 when I did all of the drogue shoots, both kinds, and the main shoot on the pod. I think I did. It's a pity. Let's see. Yeah, there's the okay. 2-stage, and we got the pod back in one piece. We didn't go very high, but whatever. Baby steps. I'm learning. Let's recover. I'll be there, Vaygrim. I'm not a large person, but yeah, a few months of sitting and boom, flat seats. Yeah, it's a big problem. Data gathered. I don't know what that does for me. Yeah, mission summary for the Please Don't Explode. Mark 1. Mark 1 command module, salvaged. 1 heat shield, salvaged. 4 fins, got all of them back. 1 main parachute, got it back. Rechargeable battery pack, got it back. Monopropellant. Ablator? What's an ablator? I don't know what that means. Okay. Jebediah Kerman. I think that worked. I think the rest of the rocket survived. Had mine for a year and the seat still has squish in it. Yeah. I got an Atlas. There's this company named Atlas that says that they specialize in office furniture for big, tall, heavy people. And I got mine and it got it through Amazon and it has a 5-year warranty on it. I think I've had it for 4 or 5 years now. I've had to switch it out 6 times because the bolts keep breaking. It has a 550-pound limit. I'm nowhere close to that. I mean, I'm over the halfway mark, sure, but not. I'm not even over the 400-pound limit, much less 350, 375. That's just bonkers. And it's got a 550 weight limit, and bits of it keep failing. Where, like, you know, bad welding joints, or the bolts shear, or the padding goes out completely inside of a couple of months. It's just not very well made. I want an office chair that doesn't suck. Oh, ablator's heat shield. Duh. Which is very effective, but has limited heat absorption because it burns away. Right. Okay. So, okay. It's part of the main capsule. Yeah. I'm going to save. We're in the last 30 minutes. This is where I'm just going to get dumb. Let's do new. Actually, no. Let's not use a command pod. I'm going to try this thing. I'm curious about it. This Probodobodine Staputnik. Let's see. Fuel tanks. Looks a little funky. I thought I had an adapter, but I don't think I bought that science yet. I'm just stacking and stacking. I want to see if I can put this thing into orbit. Good night, Arsag. Thanks for hanging out with us. Dumb idea. Rockets are my bread and butter. Yeah, dumb idea, rockets, yeah. Make sure you have some batteries and small solars. I don't have small solars or something, or you'll run out of power. Yeah. Well, I've got the batteries. We can put a whole ring of batteries around the top. That's easy. I might not be able to afford this thing. We'll see here in just a minute. Engines. We want this bad boy right here. Now, this is the fun part. We're going to get the winglets. Okay, this is where it gets dumb. Somebody taught me how to do this. Yep. We're going corkscrew. Let's see. I'm gonna get electrical. We're just gonna stick a ring of batteries right at the top. And let's see. I don't think I can put anything on the tip of this. Nope. Okay. I don't see enough fins. Hey, Eridani, what's going on? Okay. Let's do... Then I'm going to get the rotate tool. I'm going to go like that. If that's not dumb enough for everybody, I don't know what is. This thing is going to die a horrible fiery death, but that's okay. Okay. Antenna rating 5 times. I wonder if I could boost the antenna. I don't need that many of those. Ah. Nope, doesn't help. It says antenna rating 5K. Does that insinuate that it only goes 5 kilometers? Or, like, what kind of a rating is that?
I think it's its radius, which means 5 kilometers.
So outside, every rocket I have goes higher than 5 kilometers. How is this useful?
I don't know.
Had a busy day, says Aridoning. Well, we're glad you're here. Fox has been keeping me company in voice. Can we strap Foxbot Gaming onto it strictly for research purposes? Let's say
I
no.
feel like I should be worried.
I probably would be if I were you. Let's see, fire. Can we add fire to it? No, that's not a thing. Okay. Yeah. Okay, what I need to do...
He's a jet engine Fox using to power the space flight.
That's for transmission. The Space Center can send orders to it from space, from further, I believe. Hey, Night Pirate. Wait a minute, Night Pirate's been here, right? Oh, no, here he is, yeah. Not at GameSync tonight. Well, hi, welcome to the live stream. Starts looking for the duct tape, says Kugas.
Please
Based on
don't.
the level of your buildings, yeah. Okay. Oh, no, that's not right. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Hang on a sec. Let me get rid of that. We're going to move these down slightly. And then we're going to get... Yep. I'm hoping that's enough parachute. If it's not, I don't know what is. Maybe move that down slightly. And then put a whole bunch of these on. Yep, that's just stupid. Okay. We can... Oh, wait a minute now. Insanotron 2000. I'm running out of names. It's horrible. Okay. This can only end badly. There we go. There's a Stay Put Next pod. Control from here. Rename vessel? What? Kerbal access. Oh, KerbNet access. What? What's KerbNet?
I
have so many batteries, I can't pin them all. They'd go all the way down the sides. Oh, whoops.
I'm guessing that's your like network connection.
I don't know.
For the satellite.
Forgot to do stages. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Ah, click. I always forget stages. It seems like. Okay, I need to do another one and put that there. Yep, it's good. KerbNet is your satellite relay network for tracing further into the solar system. I don't have that yet. Okay, I haven't put up any satellites yet. Of course, you need to put the satellites up there first. Yeah. Okay. So, is everybody ready for this insanity? Throttle up. Go.
Did you make sure to hit space?
It's going.
Oh, it's going. Okay.
Spin to win. Look at that rocket flame wiggle. That's it trying to counter the fins. Oh, it's actually angling some. Wow, we have a lot of fuel. And Sanatron has no operational SAS modules and no pilots aboard. Cannot engage. Oh, God. Rocket off.
I don't think it will go off.
All the parachutes! Ah, ha, 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 ha. I think I'm going to pull the Stay Putnik off and put a pod on there so we can get SAS and a pilot. Then we can try and make him throw up. Someone fetch the puke bucket. Nah, there's a robot inside. We can't make it throw up. It's a bummer, I know, but... Somebody's beeping me in Discord. I'm not even supposed to hear that because I'm in streamer mode. I need to talk to the Discord people. Their apps have been getting buggier and buggier as of late.
There's more than one app?
Well, yeah, there's the mobile app. The mobile app is buggy, way buggier than the desktop app, but the desktop app does have problems. Like, for example, in the mobile app, every time I go into our rules channel or our announcements channel, everything is always unread. Like, it'll say, 47 new posts or whatever, even though nothing has actually changed for several days in those channels. It's supposed to be saving those. And, like, problem number 2 in the desktop channel, quite often in the desktop app, I'll be in a channel. I really should have raised the parachute deploy height. This is going to be messy. Actually, we're not going that fast. 48 meters per second. It does look kind of like a drill bit. Huh. Anyway, quite often in the Discord app, I'll be in a channel. When you minimize the app, it's supposed to actually stop updating the channel and open it up. It'll leave where you left off on like what last message you read, and it'll show new messages, it'll leave it where you left off. It used to do that, and then at some point they updated it, quote unquote, and improved it, quote unquote, and now it doesn't do that anymore. So quite often if I leave it in a channel and minimize the app, when I come back to it, it will be 3 screens down and I have to scroll back up and catch up. So what I always have to do is go to our rules channel, because it never changes, and then go back to whatever I was reading when I unminimize the app. It's a pain in the neck.
Yeah, I know those issues.
Okay, we're at 20 meters per second with just the small chutes deployed. And the big ones will be kicking off here in a little bit. That's a lot of parachutes. I wonder if there's such a thing as too many. Like, do they get tangled up, or will it cause deployment problems or whatever? Because I see them hitting each other right now. It looks like they're fighting, like the strings actually rendered and a physical object, and the strings are fighting, but it's not getting tangled, so maybe it's not an issue. Okay, there are the big chutes. And it should slow down. Yeah, see, now it looks nice and pretty. 3.6 meters per second. Ace Raid. The Grand Admiral. Austin the Autumn Enthusiastic Lucario. Okay. Hello, Raiders. Welcome. Well, I'm guessing it's Ace Unhacked. Hi. Sup? Yeah, Ace Unhacked. Ace Raid. Thank you very much, Ace Unhacked. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome all Raiders. Both platforms. We are dual streaming to YouTube Gaming. And, well, technically 3 platforms. We're really going to nitpicky, but we're not. But YouTube and to Mixer. So, hi. Welcome to the party. I'm trying to explode rockets in Kerbal Space Program. Raiders, be sure to subscribe. He is an awesome streamer. Thank you very much. Oh my days. Hi, Ace, says Ferg. Okay. Ooh, Leo M subscribed on the YouTube side. Thank you very much. It's been a long time since I've seen a YouTube sub because their system sucks. So many people. So many people. Hang on a sec. Wow. Minimize you, silly app. Okay, we are very slowly dropping. I'm going to speed time up here a little bit. Not too much, because apparently it won't let me. Call me Zach, subscribed on the YouTube side. Thank you very much. Miss Samantha liked and shared. Ace Raid. Thank you very much, Miss Samantha. And Preacher's hitting all the bot commands. Bot. Actually, those should work on the YouTube side as well, but that's not the point. It carries across. We are slowly descending. Time warp. Yeah, it's about 3.2, 3.4 meters per second. I think there's such a thing as too many, like, redundant parachutes. I think past 4, you don't see a difference. That's my theory, at least. Yes, I can do that. Boom. And it touches down. Pinpoint precision. Not really. That thing wasn't supposed to live anyway. Let's go back to the actual... let's recover it and go back to the VAB. I love your green screen, says Miss Samantha. You like my background? If you ever want to do something like this, a little bit of green screen talent, and a website called Pixabay. Pixabay. They have little videos that are like 10 seconds to 30 seconds long, and you can loop them. That's what that is. It's fun. I've wanted to try Kerbal Space Program for a while. Looks awesome. Grab it from humblebundle.com. You can usually get it for pretty economical prices there. You can get a Steam version of it from there. And you get to support some charities in the process, which is always a good thing. How dare the spin bucket survive, says Heart of Dragons. Exactly. Yeah, we gathered nothing from it, but I mean, it lived. All in one piece, too. Oof. Okay. Let's go back to the VAB. There we go. Thank you, Preacher. Hitting all the buttons. I'm going to pull off. Let's get that. And ditch it. It's now unmanned. Let's get this. And reconnect. Zoom in here a little bit. What I'm going to do is redesign the chutes a bit. I also don't need 1,000,001 batteries. Crew. Jebediah Kerman. Good enough. We are going to go back down to utility. Put a nose cone chute. We're going to do 4 of each. And I'm going to do the big ones down here. And the small ones up here. Something like that. I will get 1. Let's do 2 batteries. A little bit extra voltage. This will be the Insanitron 2001. Flopped horribly in theaters when it first came out. That's a movie joke, folks. And then we're going to push this back out the pad and see what happens. Why is the game in grayscale? Yes, it's the way I see things. Any landing you can walk away from is a good landing. That is wise words. Yeah, I haven't quite made orbit yet. I haven't got that far. I'm not very good at this game for various reasons. One of which being my color vision hurdling or impairment. I'm going to go back to normal footage. And let's see if we can actually spin to win for real this time. I'm going to do that. I'm trying to screw up, basically. This is why I have all the ludicrous spins on this thing. Oh, see, I already made a mistake. I forgot my stages again. I always forget the stages. I get at the rocket pad. It's like,
If you change your stages on the launch pad, they won't save.
Yeah. I need to just... I need to get better about double checking. And I guess all the parachutes in a stage is fine, huh? Save. Back out to the launch pad. That must be quite hard to deal with. It's better in some games, harder in others. I suck at Rocket League, but for the most part, there's a very short list of games that really it becomes a wall. It's usually the more elaborate and more complex a game is. Like in Overwatch, doesn't freaking matter. I can play Overwatch all day. It's pretty easy. Team Fortress 2, I had a custom skin set or a custom texture pack that basically made one team black outfits and another team white outfits. Super easy to tell. It's very overcomable. In Minecraft, it barely really affects me. Here and there, I run across a mod that's got some color interfacing or whatever, and that's about it. But for the most part, it's minimal. What's the matter, Jeb? You look a little green. Spin Bucket 2.0, drill into the ground. Yes, death to the Spin Bucket. Time to play against Vaygrim in Rocket League. I would do a Rocket League night. I've considered it for a community night. I think that could be fun. But we'd have to make sure and keep it lighthearted. Do teams of people. But I do think that could be neat. I got a controller even that I bust out. I can't imagine playing Overwatch without being able to pick out the red outlines on enemies. Well, yeah, that's the thing, though, is that you see outlines of your teammates. You don't see outlines of the bad guys unless you're Widowmaker or certain other heroes or when they're close range. And it's mostly a situation of, is somebody shooting at you? Shoot back. It's real simple. It's an impulse game, and you would be surprised how much that impulse part of your brain overrides having to analyze things. You know, a dude comes around a corner, oh God, fire a round off at them. If it doesn't do anything to them, they're on your team. You know, there's some stuff like PlanetSide 2 I was kind of bad at because I played TR, and one of the people that you play against is either the Vanu Empire. They have alien-looking, really weird, sleek armor that looks totally different from everybody else's. So they were easy to spot. But then there's the NC, and the NC looks like, kind of like Terran Republic armor recolored. So that was hard. So what I did was I switched to Vanu. They have energy weapons, looks totally different from everybody else's. Their armor looks totally different. So anybody that didn't look like weird, sleek, alien, Barney purple-looking armor was a bad guy. Solved the problem. A guy I worked with said what Vaygrim has is rare. Normally, it's people having trouble with... Yes, common kinds of colorblindness is... I'm actually going to go ahead and kick the rocket off here. Okay. Brace yourself, Jebediah. I'm tempted to do an EVA, like get him on the ladder and then fire the rocket. Is that dumb? I don't know what would happen. Anyway, we'll try that later. We're in the home stretch of the live stream here. Let's do throttle up. Spin to win. I think my pins are off slightly. PlanetSide is a good game, but it's got some problems. The Dead Dragon YouTube has followed on Mixer. Thank you, Dead Dragon. You have an ominous and creepy name. Furl and Unfurl. And hosted me. Thank you very much for the host. I daren't look at my apoapsis just yet. We still have fuel we're burning through. Oh, those fins are coming off of the body. I'm assuming that's a rendering bug. It's spinning. It's... Oh, God. Okay, yeah, it was getting unstable. Too much spin. And we still have like a quarter of our fuel left. I'm just going to go back down. Let's see what our apoapsis is. Hang on a sec. Oh, it's actually not that far out. Yep. We're already dropping. Okay, awesome. Yeah, the spin to win thing is kind of... Yeah, it has its fair set of issues. My big thing is I stopped playing a sheer number of people dropping on you while you defend. Yeah. My big thing about PlanetSide usually stemmed from really bad choices that Sony Online Entertainment was making, but then they got sold off whole stock, lock, stock, and barrel to Daybreak Games. And Daybreak Games is running all of the old SOE games now. They run EverQuest, the original EverQuest, which is free to play. I've considered trying to get some people to start up a party of new characters in EverQuest 1 just to see how long we could make it without just screaming and rage quitting. I thought that would be kind of fun because it's free to play. You can get pretty far in that game. There's years of content that cost you nothing. Yeah, physics were freaking out a little bit. I broke it. Dead Dragon says, I'm a very, very small YouTuber. Dead Dragon, you need to hang out with the League of Ordinary Gamers. We're all a bunch of game lovers, gamers, people that like watching content from independent creators like yourself, like myself, Fergcraft, Dark Preacher, a whole bunch of people here in the actually place. So, Aerodonny Trouble says, I totes play EQ1. Seriously? Yeah, basically, Sony Online Entertainment was having some financial problems. This is right around the time that Sony got hit by that really big hack that happened while they were producing the movie. What was it called? It was based on the assassination of... it was a comedy that took place in North Korea. And Sony got hacked right about the time the movie was going through press touring. And tons of critical data got leaked. They got lawsuits. So they basically had to dust some properties and make some money quick. They sold off all of Sony Online Entertainment, lock, stock, and barrel to an investment firm. Not a software company, an investment firm called Daybreak Games. And they do actually a pretty good job with PlanetSide 2 now, but it took them a couple of years to find their footing and even things out. So it's in a good place now, and they've added some good content to the game, some good weapons. They keep it even keel. They get rid of the hackers and stuff like that. It's good. The interview. That's it. Thank you very much, Kukas. Kukas says, God, I miss EQ. You don't miss it as much as you think. You miss the nostalgia. You really don't miss EQ1. You don't miss... They took it out. They patched it out later, but when that game first started out, you remember if you were a spellcaster, you had to unmemorize and rememorize spells. You could only know 8 spells from your entire class at a time. So you had to basically unmemorize, rememorize, put it in and out of your spell book constantly onto your spell bar. And when the game first launched, you couldn't see past the book. So you were staring at a spell book and you had to sit down to change your spells out, and you couldn't see what was coming towards you. So you're getting ambushed constantly and dying, so you had to have your buddies watch you while you change your spells out. Pain in the butt. Anyway. I can't see, but is that Jebediah? I know I spelt it wrong. Close enough. Yes, that's Jebediah Kerman. He's lasted this long, mostly because I'm doing career mode, and it rolls you back if you mess something up. So I'd be up to play EQ1 just for the nostalgia. I'd do it too, but you have to remember, Aerodonny, if we were going to do separate races, you're going to have to start a character and then walk it all the way across the world to find all the other people. We would either have to all be the same race, or we would have to get up to like level 5 and then cross the world map as best we could. Yeah. He moved. I'm free now, said Dark Preacher. So yeah. You have been decatified. Yeah, this spin to win didn't work either. It kind of... I don't know. It freaked out the game physics a little too much, I think. Let's speed this up. We're going to land in the water, though. That's going to be nice. I remember the spellbook view and being blind meant your screen was completely black, but I'll trade that for WoW, like glowing markers games. Admittedly, I like WoW. I would play World of Warcraft if it wasn't for that $15 a month hurdle. Now, if you play it enough, you can sell stuff in-game for gold and buy your monthly subscription using in-game currency. But they have that priced so high that I would have to basically stop being a YouTuber and a live streamer and stop developing mod packs and play the game almost every waking hour. Splashdown. I think everything is intact. I'm shocked. Okay, we put a little too much physics on that thing anyway. Let's back that down. Let's recover the vessel. Sounds like Eve. Eve scares me. I refuse to play at Grand Admiral. I'm a chicken. I have a druid. I can port people. It's weird that you're that prepared. I have a level, I don't know, 70 or 80 gnome mage, and she was an absolute badass back in the day. I don't know how she is now, but how dare the Spin Bucket 2.0 survive again? I know, right? I kind of prematurely... I panicked when it started wobbling really bad and hit the space bar, and that kicked the next stage up and basically... it basically just kind of stopped the experiment, so... What I think I'm going to do... Let's see, 5 minutes left. I'm going to save. I'm actually going to go quit to main menu. Vaygrim, you play a chicken in Coop Life. Is that a question, Night Pirate, or a statement? If it's a question, yes, I will be a chicken again. Your rocket spin made me think it's a wonder the chutes don't get tangled up. Yeah, no kidding, right, Robert? Oh, God. Cougar's just re-upped for Eve. Grand Admiral has subscribed on YouTube. Thank you very much, Grand Admiral. I appreciate it. Okay, no, wait a minute. Cancel. Where is it? Is it... Start new? I'm not going to do... Okay, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to mess with it. I was going to do Sandbox, but I don't like the way this game does save games. I'm never 100% sure. Because I'll do quick saves, but I never see it in the reload list. I only see my original saves that auto-save. And I'm not a big fan of that. I'm still getting used to Kerbal some. Anyway, so we can spend the last couple of minutes here in the live stream answering some questions real quick if anybody has any questions. Grandman will look for Vaygrim's Coop Life 2 Minecraft mod pack coming soon. You have to smell the bucket. You have to lick the bucket. You must be the bucket, says Dead Dragon. Yes, Puke Bucket didn't quite work. I keep trying to get things to explode, but they won't. EQ1 is the same way. You can buy Chrono for... Wait a minute. For in-game currency, in-game plat, or IRL money, and use it for a monthly sub. Yeah. Are we streaming Coop Life on Friday afternoon? Yes, we are. We're going to be doing some last-minute polishing on the Coop Life mod pack. If you don't know what that is, basically, I make Minecraft mod packs. That's kind of what I've developed into. It has become an obsession. I get ideas. Right now, two of the packs we have right now was Grimco R&D, which was literally kind of an experimental mod pack of different kinds of world gen and mods and stuff like that, and we used it to perfect some things. It was experimental in the truest sense. And we used a lot of that knowledge to make Grimco's Wasted, which is a mod pack that we are playing right now on Mondays and Thursdays. I will be playing that on Thursday night, if you want to come back at 8 p.m. Texas time. Tomorrow night, I have a big kind of community town hall thing that's going to be happening the same time that this started, 8 p.m. Texas time. And we're going to be spending the time catching up on what's going on in the channel, like YouTube stuff that's going on, live streaming, where I live stream, because right now I live stream to Mixer and to YouTube. And I will keep doing it to YouTube. Whether it's public or private is another question, but I will keep streaming to YouTube to at least repost all of my live streams easily. All of my live streams will always be findable on youtube.com/VaygrimsChance. Full stop. But where I'm actively interacting with the audience might change in the future. So you probably want to come to tomorrow night's town hall. We're going to be talking about stuff. I'll be answering questions about whatever. If you have questions about my colorblindness, if you have questions about how I do mod pack design, or who helps me, or how we test servers that we run on, any of this stuff, come by tomorrow night. You can ask all the questions you want to ask, and we're just generally goof off and have fun, and we'll see what we can do. Let's see. I'm catching up on questions. Last I played EQ with EQ 165 was the top level. I think it was 70 when I played. Got the update with the Grimco Wasted mod pack today, says Night Pirate. Good. We dropped back the spawns on Cyber Demons a ton. I have a new mod pack that I'm working on. This is what Night Pirate's been talking about, called Coop Life 2. And we will be testing that Friday afternoon, 2 p.m. Texas time. I am going to be at the Mine Fair Houston here in Houston, Texas on Saturday and Sunday. What month is it? May 19th and 20th. I will be there with Ackla's hosting, answering questions, showing off parts of the new pack that we're going to be testing on Saturday or Friday, etc., etc. So yeah, we're probably going to be doing some decorative building on Friday to actually get a demo area, a demo map set up for people to watch. That's probably what I'm going to be working on, but we'll see. So yeah, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on Friday. There we go. Oh, I haven't put Friday on the schedule yet. I need to, but I will. Yes, Friday, says Aerodonic Tribal. Otherwise, if you've got any questions, if you want to come back and kind of see what's going to be happening in the near future with me, we've got some big plans for the channel. Behind the scenes, some big changes are coming up, and I'm hoping they're going to be changes for the good. We'll see. Some people might be happy. Some people might not, because some people don't like change. Don't know. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. Thank you very much, everybody who came by and gave advice. More Kerbal next Tuesday. This, if you just came in on the end, this will actually be getting reposted tomorrow on YouTube. And otherwise, I will see you later. Thank you very much again. Ace Unhacked in the Ace Raid. I appreciate all of you showing up. Always wonderful to get some new blood in the stream. And have a raid full of people just kind of come parading through the door with good attitudes and good intentions. It's always fun. Otherwise, I'll see you folks later. Have a good one.
Say